It's 11 a.m. here on the East Coast in New York City, and it is Tuesday, the 20th of May. Nice day here in New York. The weather is cooler. It's only about 60 degrees outside right now, and no clouds. So there's that. Anyway, what else is happening? Just another day in the Trump administration. My God. I'm going to be so happy when that guy is not on the tip of all of our tongues. Sorry. This is an old lamp, by the way, that I found in a parking garage. And it had little rust spots on it, and I just buffed off the rough spots with SOS pads and cleaned it and polished it, and it was like new. Fabulous. Anyway. I love finding stuff like that. So I'm going to be very happy when Schindler is out of our lives. And speaking of politics, I had a lovely dinner last night with one of my favorite people in media in one of my favorite restaurants in New York, the Odeon. Guten Morgen, Carly. With Jessica Tarloff and her handsome husband, Brian, nice guy. And we had a great dinner. And you think dinner usually goes about an hour, like almost an hour and a half, like that's dinner. We chatted and we were still cooking it after 2 hours. I love it when the time goes by so fast and you just don't even think about it. So we had a great dinner, lovely time. I love Jessica. I'm such a fan. There is a new episode, speaking of Jessica, of Raging Moderates out today, now, with Scott Galloway. Good morning, Stephen Ward. XX right back at you, handsome. I was just thinking about you this morning because, Stephen Ward, one of my favorite restaurants, I haven't been. Can I call it one of my favorite restaurants? I'm a huge fan of Jeremy King. As a veteran myself of the restaurant industry, Jeremy King, who is a well-known, regarded, respected restaurateur in London, opened Le Caprice, the Ivy, the Wolseley, and then I forget how it all goes, but he got into business with a company, like a hospitality company, and he kind of got pushed out of his business, and he lost the restaurants and then started over. And Jeremy's been in the game for a long time. He's not young. I mean, I think he's north of 70. I think he's like maybe 72. Although I could be wrong. Anyway, he's always in suits. He always wears tailored suits. He always looks handsome. He's very tall, charming. I've seen interviews with him. And he opened a new place, which was at the former location of Le Caprice, called Arlington, which is in Arlington House, an apartment building in, is it Mayfair? Right around the corner from the Ritz off Piccadilly. And that place opened last year, a little over a year ago, around now. And then later last year, he opened another place that has stolen my heart on Instagram. I've been to the Arlington. I didn't eat there. I went there, though, with a friend to just look at it, and they were just about to close up, but the nice people working there were nice enough to let us walk around and show us around. Beautiful space. But then the other place Jeremy opened is called The Park. And I highly recommend following The Park and the Ireland and Arlington and Jeremy King on Instagram. The Park, Jesus, I would go there for breakfast, lunch, and dinner like every day if I lived near it. I mean, I'd need more money than I have now, but it's so charming and yet approachable. It's not off-putting and intimidating like a lot of restaurants can be. And it's the kind of place where it looks like you would feel perfectly fine in a pair of jeans and a t-shirt or a tuxedo and everything in between. Like, a lot of wood finishes. It's beautiful. And the menu, every time I see pictures of the food, for breakfast, toast, eggs, avocados. Oh, you want some granola, you want an omelet, and then for dinner, like some things you just love. It's just filthy with charm. Anyway, that's why I was thinking of you, Stephen Ward, because I envy your proximity to it, and you are more local to it than I am. Anyway, speaking of restaurants I love, last night I was at the Odeon, which is down in Tribeca on West Broadway. I forget what that cross street is, but the Odeon is one of my favorites, and it's one of the... That was a restaurant, speaking of restaurateurs who no longer own iconic spaces. Keith McNally opened the Odeon, I think was his first restaurant with his former wife, Lynn. The Odeon, and then Cafe Luxembourg, and then he opened Balthazar, Pastis, Pravda. They owned Nell's for a while. Minetta Tavern, and then he's opened up these places, and there's a Pastis in Miami now, and I think there's a Pastis or a Minetta Tavern in DC now. The food is always so good. Anyway, I love the Odeon. That was the OG, the original. It's still there. It's still banging. It's still super popular, and it was buzzing last night because it's in Tribeca, and I think we're in the throes of the Tribeca Film Festival right now here in New York, which made for like a fun crowd. Like it was a great room, like great energy, interesting looking people. Like I love that shit. And the food is always on point. And whenever you go to a Keith McNally restaurant, whether it is Pastis or Jenny asked if I go to places outside of Manhattan. Rarely, I'm not gonna lie. But I do, when I get to Brooklyn, I like to go, but I have to go with a Brooklynite, someone who knows what they're doing. What the fuck is that? Cars, they ruin cities. They ruin cities. Can you believe it? Thank you. What was I saying? Whenever you go to a Keith McNally restaurant, whether it is, he doesn't own the Odeon or Luxembourg anymore. Those are Lynn's, his ex-wife. But it's amicable, as I believe. But when you go to Balthazar, Pastis, Luxembourg, Minetta Tavern, and Keith is a Brit. Keith McNally is an Englishman. They have mastered the art of the French fry. They have mastered the art of the French fry. They're always fresh cut potatoes. I believe they brush the potatoes with water before dunking them into the fryer. The fries are always so good. Oh God, just the fucking greatest. So of course I had fries, and of course we had profiteroles last night. And of course we had a little ice cream with cookies, and it was just so good. I had a Caesar salad, and then I was trying to balance it out. I had the purple sticky rice, like as a, with a poached egg. Delicious. But my God, if you want a burger, the fish is always great. Again? That sounds like a city truck going in reverse. What a pain in my asshole this morning. Are you kidding me? This is why I don't do podcasts from my apartment usually. This is why I go down to Vox Media to record No Mercy, No Malice, because I can't deal with this shit. Donna Maynard, you're so very generous. Thank you very much. Let's see, I just finished Keith McNally's memoir. I'm in the middle of listening to it, audiobook. It is very good. I'm listening to the audiobook because the wonderful actor Richard E. Grant reads it. Richard and Keith are friends, and I adore Richard E. Grant, speaking of British people. And if you are a Spotify premium subscriber, you can listen to audiobooks. And Keith McNally's book is read by Richard E. Grant, and it's wonderful. It is wonderful. So, yeah. But I might buy Keith's book because I like to have, when people stay over, I like to have nice things for them to read. Who doesn't love a good biography or autobiography, right? So, yes. So thank you for that plug for Keith McNally's memoir. I regret almost nothing. Or I regret everything. Isn't that what it is? It's a cute title. It is, okay, and I was talking about this last night, and I'm going to leave you guys because I got to, yes, Donna is the fan of the day. Very generous. This is what keeps it alive. I try to keep everybody sort of like entertained here with my New York lifestyle, my hotel lifestyle in New York City. Um, um, it is really the soundscape today is because I live on a two-way street. If I lived on a side street, it'd be a very different story, but I live on a two-way street. I live on a transverse street. And I'm in the front. I'm looking, my windows are out to the front. Anyway, before I was so distracted, what was I going to say about, it's the year of, before I go, this is the season of 2025 is biographies this year. We had Graydon Carter's memoir, When the Going Was Good. Fabulous. Keith McNally's book, fabulous. And then my friend Molly Jong Fast's book, fabulous. Barry Diller's book, just out. I'm going to go hear Barry Diller. I'm going to go see Barry Diller tonight, talk to Anderson Cooper at the 92nd Street Y. And then, who else has got a book? Scott Galloway has a book on masculinity coming out in November, which I'm looking forward to reading. I do have a traffic orchestra. When I watch movies and I really want to dial into the sound, I put on, because I have an Apple TV, and I put on my big Apple AirPods Max and put on noise canceling. Fabulous. Because all of that disappears and I get like Dolby Atmos, like fabulous sound. Yeah. Despite my Sonos surround system here. If I were on a side street, it would be very different. People say New York is noisy, and it is. So is London. But if you're on a side street, like a one-way street, off kind of the beaten path, infinitely quieter. Or if you're higher up. But I'm in the front. I'm actually in the corner of my building. And yeah, it's noisy. And I'm on a two-way street. Motherfuck. Anyway, that's it for today. Tuesday, the 20th of May. It is now 13 minutes after 11. I'm running late. So thanks for tuning in. Donna Maynard, again, wow. Muy generoso. I'm making up Spanish words and I shouldn't do that. That's disrespectful. But thank you so very much, Donna. I really appreciate it. And thank you to everybody else who has donated or contributed here or at patreon.com/George Hahn. Or actually just georgehahn.com/support. Where you can, you have what floor am I on? Hey, I'm above 5 and below 10. How's that? But georgehahn.com/support. You didn't see my good morning? I posted a good morning picture, or maybe I didn't put it on. I think I did. I do have a good morning photo. I think I posted it. I gotta look. I've been a little distracted because I was doing some other work that I do for other people and it got in the way of mine. So I could have easily missed posting my good morning photo. Anyway, I will fix it presently if that is the case. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. I'll talk to you kids tomorrow. Later.